Okay, now I did mention that I broke my yarn diet at Ollie's, but full disclosure, I broke it a little before then too. Where did I? Oh, all right. So here's what happened. Okay, true story. You know, I had been making my sample Tunisian crochet shawl with all of the coast sample things from Holstgarn, and all of a sudden I picked up my hook one day and it broke. And it's like one of a set. And I bought this, well, I actually got the set in 2021 as an anniversary gift. So it was like a double whammy. It's like I can't finish this shawl and it was an anniversary gift. So I cried and I created a video with the soundtrack of Boys to Men, It's So Hard to Say Goodbye, because that's what you do when you lose a loved member of your crochet family like that. And in doing that, another member of the GlamFam, even though she commented on Instagram, she said, why don't you contact the company that you bought it from and see if they'll replace it? That never even occurred to me. And I'm glad that she said something, because I went to look for a replacement, and to buy one hook to replace was like, it was a little more than a fifth. Okay, math. It was too much money. It, like, for a little more, I could have bought a whole nother set, and I didn't want to buy a whole nother set. So I had gone to, let me get my, okay, I got to get my story in order. It's straight. It's just not in order, right? Okay. So the Yarn Andy suggested that I contact the company that I purchased it from. And I did. And they said, sure, it'll take a month. I didn't want to wait a month. Would you want to wait? I didn't want to wait a month. So I was checking prices on replacements, and that's, you know, so I went to Amazon because that's where I'd originally got it from. And then I went to yarn.com. I got a little distracted on yarn.com because I was looking for the hook. I found the hook. I found the hook to be too expensive. But while I was there, I remembered that I wanted to get some more swivel cords. And if y'all don't have, I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you have a Tunisian crochet hook, and I would show you, but anyway, the cord, you know, you screw in the cord or whatever, but while you're crocheting, especially if you've got like some length to your project, when you have to do the manipulating, it's a little tricky. And so, it's Knitter's Pride, Knit Pro, one of those two. They came up with something called, it's the Mindful, you know what? I'm not even going to pretend like I know this stuff. Okay. But anyway, it's a swivel connector piece. So like you can move the hook back and forth, but the cord never moves. And it feels so amazing in your hands because you're not fighting the cord along with all the stitches. And it trust me, it makes life a whole lot better. So if you do have a interchangeable Tunisian crochet hook set, and also this works for their knitting needles as well, it needs to be Knitter's Pride or Knit Picks brand, because those two work interchangeably. You want to get yourself these swivel cords, trust me. So anyway, I was there on yarn.com and they had swivel cords for a really good price. So I was like, well, I'll go ahead and get some of those. And then there was this yarn. Y'all, I don't even remember. I feel like what had happened, I feel like what had happened was I went and I clicked cords, and somehow when I did that, it triggered loose these sale items and they all just fell into my cart. And before I knew it, I had checked out. So I know I'm getting, I think two lengths of swivel cords. I just don't know what else there is. So yeah, that. And then while I was still in my fugue state, I accidentally went to Holst website again, and I put some things in my cart. Okay, here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna explain this one. So what had happened was, in this particular instance, I was looking for, because I was coming close to the end of my sampler shawl, and I realized it was going to be a little bit too small. And I thought, well, I'll go ahead and just get another sampler with the similar color way or whatever, because, you know, and then just either add on to what I already have or make another one and then seam them together. So it will still double the size. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to connect the two sets of yarns, whatever. So yeah, I got that. And you know, the shipping was like too high for one item. So then I went to the sale. You know, I don't even know what I'm getting, but I'm pretty sure there's titty caca in there. And so as soon as I tell my husband about titty caca, I think I'll be forgiven. So I did 3 things. I did 3 yarn things. And remember how I said I wasn't going to go out of town to go to my local yarn store to do Black Friday shopping? Well, it just so happens that my daughter, my youngest daughter, invited me to go out of town that Friday and Saturday, I think. And I was like, oh, well, where are we going? Lafayette, home of the local yarn store. And then I got an email this morning from them saying, we're going to be doing sales for Small Business Saturday. How can I not? Y'all. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. So whenever I get my ill-gotten goods from the yarn diet feast, the yarn buffet, I'm going to call it, yeah, it was a yarn buffet. I mean, I got my, like, this is my first trip to the buffet is when I got this. I got four of these, and then 6 skeins of Patton's. It was Patton's wool, but it's superwash DK. I never even knew that was a thing. My husband does not like Ollie's. I don't understand why, because that is the coolest store ever. It had Patton's Superwash DK. Has anybody ever seen that? Can't wait for the buffet. So everything should be in here by the end of the week. And of course, mi buffet es su buffet. No, that is not correct English, Spanish, Spanglish at all. I apologize. I wonder what buffet is in Spanish. Because isn't buffet like French? Y'all, I have forgotten just like all my brain. And I can't even blame it on hunger. I can't blame it on people. I can blame it on my cat over here though. Because he's laying on the vent. That's when you can tell it's really cold out, is when the cat lays on top of the vent. Now we have 3 cats. He's the only one that does that. He knows that I'm talking about him. Okay, the buffet is going to be so fun. All right, so if you have liked this video, please like this video. If you want to stick around and join the GlamFam, do so by hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to rock that notification bell. Until next time, I've been Jackie.